Welcome to part 3 of Vacation Face. I'm going to share with you how to give yourself that kind of, I've been laying on a beach for the past week with no cares in the world. Look when you feel exhausted and you haven't slept and you have a lot of stress. So it's all about giving you the glowy skin, not a 5-part eye and 12-step lip. It's really just what you can do fast to give yourself that glowy, I'm well rested look. And I got started without you just ever so slightly. So all I've done so far is curled my lashes, and I've put a little bit of this from Alima Pure. It's a fun color. It's called Vertigo, and it's kind of like a gunmetal. Can you see it in there? So I tap it out and use a fluffy brush to very haphazardly place it all over my lid, up to the crease, fan it out, brush it up and out. So then I, on top of that, did something that some people think is unorthodox, but I added a cream on top of the powder, which is totally doable. It's from Jane Iredale. It's called Naked. She makes a number of different shades. I wanted one that kind of just was a highlight, and so she's got a bronzier one as well. If you have a deeper skin tone, it will be perfect for this look. So we just want to place it behind the lashes. And the reason for that is, so if you think about in a painting, lights and darks, the way that that plays out for the viewer, when you're looking at a painting and you see something light, it gives the optical illusion that that part is coming towards you, which is why we do a highlight here, so your cheekbones pop. We do it above the cupid's bow so that that looks like it's popping out, right? So I'm putting this just behind my lashes so that it acts as a backdrop, kind of like a showcaser for the lashes, and then it also makes this part of my eye look bigger and really comes forward. So then, and I don't bring it up to the crease, so just beneath the crease so that we don't have to worry about any creasing of the product. So then I'm going to take this black brown mascara. I don't usually do black brown, but I do like this one. I usually do black. This one from Burt's Bees. I curled my lashes. I don't know if I said that. I already did it. So just at the root and wiggle up. You can put this on the top or the bottom. Totally up to you, whatever you prefer. I generally stick to mascara only on the top for me, but many of my clients insist upon it on the bottom because it gives a bit more of a definition. It's really about just playing with it and seeing what looks good on you. And it is also about learning what, no matter what product you use, even if it's from the mainstream market, not one of the green beauty products, for mascara or, let me start that over. So no matter what product you're using, it has the potential to transfer, and oftentimes the transfer happens underneath here. And so if you've got a lot of eye cream on or a very emollient foundation and you notice that your mascara is transferring to under your eyes, that could be why. So some of us just have a shape of a face. A lot of people who have less of a cavern under here and a more pronounced smooth under eye area often have that experience where it transfers because their skin is more likely to be touched with every blink. And if you have any sort of oil on your skin, it's going to grab a hold of the color, the pigment in the mascara and pull it down. So that's why that happens. It's annoying. So there we go with some fluttery deliciousness. So I'm going to be very judicial in using my foundation. So like I said, I'm going to use the one from, I'm looking down because I can't seem to find it. I always place things down and then can't find them. Okay, so this is from Vapor Organic Beauty. I love this. It's their Soft Focus foundation. And I'm going to use a brush and a beauty blender because I think that the two create the nicest finish. So you saw how little I took, right? And I always start in the center of the face and fan it out. You really need very little foundation, no matter what. If you're covering up a lot of scarring or, active acne, that kind of thing, that's a different story. And I'd love to help. Love to help you. Even finding a dermatologist is a really good idea. If you're dealing with these issues, please don't just pack on the pounds of makeup. Get to the root of the issues. I grew up with horrible acne. I cut bangs to hide my acne. I had it terribly on my forehead. Then, when I thought that was all done, suddenly I started hormonally breaking out like a mad woman on my cheeks. So I get it. I totally get it. And I did the same thing. I covered up with a ton of foundation. And I really do wish that I had been able to get to the root of what the causes were earlier and address those instead of just covering it up. So you saw how little I used. I love the finish of this. It's really emollient. I didn't need to use any, I used a tiny bit of face oil right before I started with a toner on first. But with this foundation, if you are at all oily, you may not need to. It's got a lot of emollients in it. I love it. So that's on. We've got the eyelids glowy. I'm going to show you yet another one of my favorite cheek highlighters. This is from Maya Chia, and it's their highlight of the day, and they've put a little sticker on it to indicate which one, and this one has a little bit more of a bronziness to it. A little goes a long way. You can apply this in many different ways. I'm going to use a little fluffy brush. I don't know who made this. This is Jane Iredale. Little fluffy brush, and just, you can see how much of a shimmeriness that gives. I love this look. So this is beautiful for any time, day or night. I definitely love it for nighttime. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of shimmer for daytime, to be honest, unless that's, you know, you work in a place where that is showcased nicely. Most office opportunities for showcasing makeup are not as great, don't have great lighting, so it's going to show up odd. You can see that has a lot of shimmer. Remember, I put it on my hand. It's got a lot of shimmer, so you want to go, you know, kind of light on that, especially if it's for daytime. Put a little on my shoulders just for that added glow. I love it. And then I'm going to take this fun Kat Von D brush and this beautiful color from Kosas Longitude Zero, the pink. So I do love a pink cheek, and using just a little bit. So I pick it up and then I kind of shake it off so it's not too intense, and then just place on the apples of the cheeks. Nice, right? Again, a little goes a long way with this stuff. They're very densely pigmented, so be careful. I mean, it's just makeup. It'll wash off, but if you put on too much, take a fluffy brush. This one's from Antonym. It's their #1 brush. It's probably a powder brush, but I use it for everything. And then it's, you know, you've cleaned yourself up. So I often put blush on and get very pink everywhere. I get pink no matter what if you touch me, but I'll often go back in with my foundation brush, and just to be sure that I didn't get blush right here. You never want to put your cheek color any closer to your nose than that, so I want to just make sure that's not there. And I also want to show you a lip color that doesn't look good on me, but I love this lip color. It's from Au Naturel, and it's called Ember, I believe. Yeah, it's brown, and it has a great amount of like just the perfect amount of shimmer in it. I love this. Can you see it? This is going to look amazing on somebody with a deep dark skin tone who just wants a natural look, and you can even bring this into your cheeks for a little bit of a highlight. It's such a spectacular shade. So I was just thinking, as I was pulling products, I was looking at that thinking that one has to be showcased. Then I'm going to finish this look up with a little bit of concealer. This is from Alima Pure. I love this concealer. It's called Echo. As always, products used are listed below with links so that it's easy for you. And, you know, if your skin tone is not like mine, if your coloring is not like mine, you can take what I'm sharing and then go to the websites and look at their other products that are similar and see, you know, what along these lines will look good on me, you know, and try them out. And let me know below how it goes. Okay, so almost done. I can't finish this look without two things. So this, I love this. It's a product from Gressa. A little goes a long way, and also there's a lot in this, so it will take you a long time to work your way through. But that is coming next. First, from Ilia. What's this color called? Well, it will be listed below. I think it's called Tainted Love, but it's missing the product name. It's a really good liven up a face color. Great on a variety of skin tones. Really great on a variety of skin tones. It's got a nice kind of mauviness to it, so it's not too strong of a pink. Maybe showing up a little bit more pink in this video. And we just put a little on, right? So nice. And then finishing that up with just a little bit of this, just to give a slight contrast. So I, rather than smoothing my finger in it, I just scrape a little out and place it kind of in the middle of my lips. And then bring a little onto the apples of my cheeks. So pretty. And then I will always take my beauty blender and go back over so that there are no hard edges. If you tend to be super oily, you might want to add a little bit of powder in the areas that you don't want to be shiny. Like I said, this foundation, it's gorgeous. I'd use it a lot on the red carpet, but you do definitely have to powder if need be in certain areas. So last but not least, skin, right? On the body. Have you ever tried this? It's sea buckthorn oil, or sea buckthorn body lotion, sorry, not the oil. I love this line from Weleda. I love Weleda, but this line in particular is one of my favorites. So I'm going to use this. I use this on my entire body all the time after the shower, but I'm going to use this and I'm going to mix it in my hand with a little bit of, what do you think it is? What do you think it is? It's from Beauty Counter. It's their Shimmer Oil. So I don't like I said, I don't like a ton of shimmer anywhere because when you go into the daylight, it's so obvious. So just a light amount, I'm going to mix it with, and you don't need to mix it for emollients because it's emollient because it's an oil base, but I just like a light amount. So I've mixed a little bit in my palm, and then it leaves such a nice glow on your skin. Doesn't it? This is a very, well, not very old, it's probably 10 years old, dress from Missoni that I love and hardly ever wear. Gorgeous, right? It's the perfect, I'd like to be on vacation, but I'm not dress. And there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed these vacation face videos. Let me know what your favorite vacation face look is and what products you use.